Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
All right.
Say hi to Paul Stanley and Tommy Thayer.
Hey,
you got
guys.
about 4 minutes, so make them
You got about 30 seconds.
Okay, cool. So I was going to ask you guys, thanks for having us here. There's so much amazing KISS merchandise on there and Scooby-Doo. What would you say, like, with all the years, is like probably your favorite that you would just like, or would you say a Scooby-Doo KISS merchandise you would love to see, like cross thread?
Good question. Maybe KISS Scooby snacks.
Oh my God! So does that mean that I could sing like you if I eat a Scooby snack?
Yeah, you eat a KISS soup. I can't even say it. Say it fast 3 times.
KISS Scooby snack.
Scooby snack, and you'll sing like me. You can do Love Gun.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Now, obviously, it's scripted, you know what I mean, but how much of yourselves did you guys bring into this, and did you sort of give them lines to, like, oh, I would rather say, I usually talk this way, I say it this way?
Well, you know, there's a plot, and there is definitely a script. So for the most part, you know, this isn't high drama. So the idea of finding your inner self doesn't necessarily correlate with doing this. So I think it was more a matter of delivering the lines as written. To make more of it than it is would make less of it. So, you know, we respected the material, and the results speak for itself.
We had a good time doing it.
That's awesome. You guys know how to make it rock.
Now, Paul, previously you recently said that you aren't really concerned about putting out too much more new music. Now, I'd actually argue that Sonic Boom is really one of the best 3 or 4, depending on where you put Revenge.
I agree.
You know, I mean, it's a fantastic album. If the time is right and you guys really have something that you want to get out there, is it still a consideration?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. I think one thing that you learn after 40 some odd years is to never say never. Everything is true until it's not true. It's not that you lie, it's that the truth changes from day to day. You know, the circumstances change, and we may find ourselves ready to do it. Look, before we did Sonic Boom, there were years, decades, where we said we wouldn't record. Then it just became absurd not to. So if and when it feels right, we'll certainly do it again.
You have a new song in the movie, right?
Well, that's kind of overstating it a bit. If you're expecting Beethoven's Fifth.
It's a musical moment. That will be a surprise, and it's fun. But it's not about introducing a new KISS song or something. It's something else. But everybody will get a kick out of it.
As we call it an Easter egg.
An Easter egg?
I'm sorry.
Did you watch Scooby-Doo?
Of course. Yeah. Sure.
We grew up on all the great Hanna-Barbera animated shows, you know, from Flintstones to Jetsons, Scooby-Doo.
I'm lucky I've got a 3, a 6, and an 8-year-old. So they, in turn, have also grown up watching Scooby-Doo. So as cool as Dad is, Dad became even cooler when they saw Dad with Scooby-Doo.
That's so awesome.
You're saying what a great time you had in this. Would you do another one? And you were in an Archie comic as well, things like that.
I think that you know, the sky's the limit. You know, KISS is a band that can do these kinds of things, whereas most bands, most artists can't. And we're unique like that. And of course, if something cool comes along and something that's iconic, that's a great match for an iconic band like KISS, and of course we'll do other things as they come along. You know, we're in the unique position to do that kind of stuff, of course.
Any particular you see that you'd like to work with, or animated or comic book wise?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
He's checking his Twitter feed.
I'm sorry.
Any particular other like sort of animated features or comic books you'd like to work with properly?
Really, no, because I don't ever want to look like we're pulling on somebody's sleeve. Quite honestly, come to us. We don't come to you.
Excellent.
Yeah.
We are KISS.
Oh, he has a question.
All right, guys, our website's motto is everybody's a geek about something. What are you guys geeks about?
All right, I'm pulling.
Well, maybe well, we got to finish this question. I think that maybe the geeky part about me is that I'm into golfing, and so I'm a golf geek. Something I enjoy doing, And I know it's not exactly the coolest thing, but
If
I
you do
make it cool though.
you make it way more awesome.
Like that K.I.S.S mini golf.
And we've got K.I.S.S mini golf in Las Vegas. We've got our K.I.S.S golf course.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you guys so much.
Come with me, gentlemen, please.
Thank you very much,
guys.
All right.
4 minutes, go.
All right.
Okay, great.
So Gene, I want to ask you guys. So I asked Paul and then
Paul who?
Paul Stanley. Yeah.
What
So.
does it say, Gene on your hand? Gene and Paul?
Oh no, it says Low Vibe. So I was gonna ask. So you guys have made so much merch over the years. Now with Scooby-Doo, working with Scooby-Doo, what would you love to see as a K.I.S.S Scooby-Doo merch crossover?
Well, actually, I've been talking to people. There's a whole new generation of stuff coming. You'll see. You know, you don't want to find out in July what you're getting for Christmas, right?
That's true. Very true.
Yeah.
Oh, people do, but you're not going to tell them.
It's not working. Continue.
No, Paul has mentioned the possibility of K.I.S.S not making any more music. It's out there, the possibility of making new music. Obviously, both of you have solo projects you guys have done and worked with before. Would you ever consider putting out more solo stuff, or are you good where you're at right now?
He's not going to tell you.
Can tell you, okay.
He's not going to tell you.
Oh.
Because you know
What if I say
something.
pretty please?
Because what you say today may be different tomorrow. What you may say, oh, I'm not interested, and then all of a sudden, 2 months later, you go, hey, I feel like doing a record, and you start on.
And my friend is too shy to ask you where you bought your hat because he wants one just.
Disneyland.
Never before Christmas.
I've never been there. I'm too old. They won't let me in.
He's got to bring a kid, man. Doesn't even need to be yours.
There you go, Gene. Bring a kid. It doesn't need to be yours.
Okay. How are we doing with questions?
I would bring
Oh
Gene.
yeah. Oh yeah. I'm surprised.
You
It's like
guys have a good time doing this? Would you do a sequel to this if it came up?
The truth is, we're already talking to them about that. I promise you one thing. If you've ever seen any Scooby movies before, this leaves all the others in the dust. Warner's, to their credit, put more money into this Scooby movie than any other Scooby movie of all time, and you'll see it.
Are you all going to see it today?
yes.
Oh, you'll like
The
it.
graphics, the stories, the editing,
Animation, really great.
the writing and the characterization are really good. And then when you think you've got it figured out, all of a sudden the doors open up and you're in space and stuff keeps happening. And you think you got it figured out. And that's what makes this thing really good. It's like a great, you ever see Psycho, the movie?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You remember the blonde girl at the front, Joanne Wood? Yeah. She goes into the whole, she's dead in the first 20 minutes. And then it goes to this other place. Yeah, that's what you're going to see. Women dying.
They're going to kill. I was going to say they killed a woman from Psycho in the movie.
Now, obviously, you aren't you starting to work with WWE on some horror films now?
I have a joint venture with WWE called Erebus Pictures. The first 2 movies are shooting in August, September.
Anything you can tell us about those yet?
I'm in the movie. I starred in one of them.
And you're dead in the first 20 minutes.
Well, no, I'm actually dead. I never make it to the movies.
We're still watching for Eric Singer. Come on.
There's a lot. There's a
See,
lot.
in my mind, I'm in the movie, but in his mind, I'm not. See,
Our website's motto is everybody's a geek about something. So what are you guys geeks about?
your site is what?
Our website's motto is everyone is a geek about something.
What am I a geek about?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a geek about watches.
Oh nice. That's amazing. Watch.
I'm a watch geek, big time.
And I am.
And you're right. Everybody is a geek about something.
And I am a real fanboy. To all the ones who think they're so hot and bothered because they come to Comic-Con. I came to the first one. I went to the first Lunacon in 1968.
Wow.
When Isaac Asimov was speaking and Paul Anderson was there. And Stan Lee still had hair on his head. all those years ago. This before it was just coming out of the Marvel Pop Art Productions era. It was when comic books were just turning into 25-cent books. They were still 10 cents. That's how far back I go.
Well, I bought them back
So do
then
you
too,
know
but
Forrest J. Applebit?
Fari used to come over to my house all the time. Fari actually invented sci-fi.
Me too.
And Fari actually used to be the agent for Ray Bradbury, Robert Bloch, who wrote Psycho, and all that stuff. Yeah.
Awesome.
I grew up with Famous Monsters
Since
from issue 1 on.
And
I stopped reading about issue 40, but I had every one.
I'm a huge fan of your band.
You're very sweet. And the big honor was that finally K.I.S.S wound up. I was certainly got on the cover of Famous Monsters of Filmland.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, that's cool. Is that it? Good?
Just want to say thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
It was.
So Gene is a geek about comics.
Yeah, I know. So much for all
No, he knows it.
It's a pleasure to talk
I like your
to
watch
us.
more than that.
It is.
I like your watch more than
Just
that.
gotta show you my tattoo real quick. Like that's how much.
More
I
than
like
an
that.
Apple Watch?
That fits
I'm
my
not
skin.
into that. I don't want.
I know that's what I mean. I like the classic.
I don't want an Apple Watch.
Gentlemen,
Thank you guys so much for
Sayonara, RoboCop.
Clarence, this is what I think of that 70s show. I love the 80s Strikes Back.